One of the movies we've been talking a bunch about a little bit lately is Borat 2. Borat Subsequent Moviefilm. Unlike that fake title they released, something pornographic monkey or whatever it was before, they changed that up. Now, of course, it's coming out in a couple of days. Yesterday, we heard from Seth Rogen saying that he thought that the new Borat trailer or the new Borat film, he said he's seen it 6 times already. He's already seen the movie 6 times, and he says it has some of the funniest scenes he's ever seen in movie history. High praise. Well, it is dropping on Amazon in a couple of days, and the reviews today, the review embargo is dropped, and the reviews have started to come out, and they're pretty good. As a matter of fact, if we go over to our friends over at Slash Film, they're calling Borat 2 Borat Subsequent Moviefilm Review audaciously and raucously hilarious with a surprisingly tender heart. That's not something I expected to hear. Was tender heart. I mean, when I think about Borat and all the good stuff that is in Borat, tender heart is not one of the things that I was expecting to hear. But you know what? They're not alone. The reviews for Borat have been really good. As a matter of fact, if we jump over and take a look at Rotten Tomatoes right now, again, it's early. The review embargo just dropped today. 27 of the official reviews come in. It's currently holding an 89%. And what's interesting is a lot of the critics calling it ragingly hilarious, but a couple are saying some things that I said I was a little bit worried about, which was, is it still hilarious? For instance, it's 89%, but if we look at like the Hollywood Reporter, the very first thing the Hollywood Reporter says is, the joke isn't funny anymore. You know, that's what I've been saying is kind of one of my apprehensions about Borat 2, because I love the first one, is the shtick played out? Like, has it been more played out? But then you go over to Variety, and Variety saying, even more than in his previous feature outing, Borat's subsequent movie film delivers a consistent, coherent, feature-length narrative punctuated with outrageous, unpredictable set pieces, and it goes on and on. I mean, really, a lot of people, this seems like the people who loved it, which are in the majority, really loved it. The people who like the film seem to really love it. And the ones who didn't, the couple that didn't, basically playing into one thing I said I was a little bit worried about is the shtick played out? Whatever. But, hey, listen, it's basically riding a 90% at this point. A lot of the stuff sounds very good, enthusiastic, but also a lot of these critics are echoing what Slash Film said as well, which was there's surprising heart to it. Now, I'm going to guess, I haven't seen the film yet, so I'm going to guess that maybe has to do with the relationship with the daughter, which I said is one of the big turnoffs for me in the trailer. I didn't like that they brought in another character. I mean, if Borat's got to have a sidekick, I wanted it to be Azamat. I wanted it to be Ken Davidian from the first film. I wanted Azamat there with him, but they brought in a daughter. I didn't really like that, but I'm going to assume that this tender heart and really warm moments, I'm going to assume they're talking about the daughter. I don't know if that's for sure. But overall, Rob, it seems like the responses to this are pretty big and pretty positive. You've seen the reviews for Borat's subsequent movie film. Are they falling in where you expected them to be? Are you hearing anything you're surprised to hear? What are your thoughts?
No, I mean, you know, I have to say I'm really looking forward to the film. I really like the first one. But again, like you, I was kind of thinking, well, where do you go with this to make it new and fresh and interesting? And I guess the daughter is an interesting way to go. I mean, I'm always apprehensive when they bring in a child sidekick to anything. That unless it's Baby Yoda. But other than that, I think that the film, dude, I'm in. I'm going to watch it that first day. You know, it's probably one of those movies I won't be able to wait for. It's like when it drops at midnight, click. I'm going to watch it. I'll stay up, pour myself another glass of whiskey and get right into it.
I've mentioned I've got my apprehensions about it just because, you know, I do like the first one so much, and I just wonder if the shtick's played out. But I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I will also be waiting for the moment it drops to hit click.
I know, right?
See how it does. All right, guys, the question for you, though, is what do you think about the reviews coming out? They're quite strong. Is that what you expected to see? Are you hearing some things that are surprising you? Are you looking forward to Borat's subsequent movie film? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.